Hello and welcome back to my channel, Replica Builder. I want to thank everyone that hits that play button and watches this channel. I could really use the views and the subscribers. So if this is something that you're liking, I would appreciate it if you did subscribe. But anyhow, let's jump into it. So you see the monocoque that I built on the right here. And I've got pretty much of the framing inside, not completely done, but I got a very, very good start. I would say I'm more than halfway there. So I've got this piece over here, which I have built from other molds that I have here that I made from the original monocoque of the Aventador. So that's how I came up with this one here. So I made molds and then made another one and then put the frame in. And so what this is here is the molds that I just showed you are the interior, like the floorboard and everything. So that's what this piece is here. So this is the whole complete interior. So I'm going to work on trying to get this maybe first test fit into the monocoque today. So the problem that I have is that this is all in one piece here, as you can see, but it's not going to fit in to the monocoque. So what I'm going to have to do, I believe, is I'm going to follow this line here and I'm just going to cut it in half. That way I'll have two pieces, and then that way I'll be able to hopefully finagle that inside here. So I'm wanting to do that now. That way I can check fitment of everything of my frame that I put in. Still have a little bit of work to do over here on the little braces. But yeah, things are looking good on that. So I'm hoping to be able to get this thing cut in half today and maybe get at least one piece put in here, possibly two. Like I said, it's going to be my first mock-up fit from that. What I've been doing is I've been taking these pieces of my mold that I made and putting them inside here over the metal. And I did that way I could check for space that I had available, to build the frame, because I'm wanting the frame to not be really seen. So that's my train of thinking on that. So if you guys want to follow along, and we'll see what we can get done today. Okay, I'm back again. So as you can see, I went ahead and cut this in half. So this is half of it right here. So what I did with the other side is I went ahead and did the first test fit in the monocoque. I'm fairly happy with things. You can see there is a gap over here. So I do need to do a little bit more work as far as fitting, but things seem to be lining up really well. Very happy for my first time placing this piece in here. Like I said, very, very close. I do have a little bit of work to do here, but the main problem, I'm going to have to take this back out, is you can see this right here. So that right there is going to be a problem. So that needs to be down lower. Problem being is I had to cut the top of this off, and you can see it's basically the top of what I cut off is at the bottom of this tube. So one good thing is I did put this piece back up on here. Bear with me, working with one hand here and trying to hold the phone in the other. So you get the idea. It's just sitting there, so it's not 100% where it's going to be in its final resting location. But you can see that this all lines up pretty fairly well. So real happy with that. But then get that down there where it's supposed to go. There we go. Not wanting to agree with me. But anyhow, I think you get the idea. So yeah, this tube is going to be in the way, so I'm going to have to remove that tube and do something different there. That's kind of a bummer because that's the piece that has my hinge mounting location. It's going to be the same thing over here. I'm going to have to remove that bar and maybe possibly a piece of 1x2 or something and maybe bend it down through here to make that work. So yeah, I'll be cutting that back out on both sides to redo that. But for the first fit up in here, pretty happy with it. I think once I get that all fixed over there, I think I should be able to tighten this gap up a pretty good amount. So on the molds that I did, there were 2 flanges here. So there's this flange here, and on the inside part, I did not keep the flange. I just cut the flange off because I knew this was going to be coming over and I'll have to fiberglass this in and, you know, make a finished product there. But yeah, so I'm going to work on taking this thing back out here in just a moment, and I'll start working on that metal to see what I can do with that. This back here seems to be fitting somewhat good. You do see a little gap here. So I'm going to have to do a little bit of fitting, but it's pretty close. You can see the edge of it right here lines up right with this part. So it's pretty close. So let me know what you guys think. As soon as I get these floors and everything in, I'll be able to start finishing up the monocoque, and then I'll be able to jump back to these flanges back here and in the front and start finalizing that, and then hopefully we'll start working on the dash and the hinges and all that good stuff. I have to get these pieces on the inside here so I can get the mounting location over here for the factory piece that will bolt on there. That's going to hold the dash in place here. So I do have this piece here. This is a factory piece. I haven't cleaned it up, so it's quite dusty and dirty, but it's the piece that goes into here. So once I put this into place where I believe it should go, then you can also see again the issue with that steel right there. So that's another reason I'm going to have to change that, is because you know, I want this to all line up and look proper like it should. So it's a different day for me today. So today what I've been working on is this floorboard in here. So I've got this one sitting where I want it at. I think I've got everything fitting pretty well on it. I do have a little bit of work over here that I need to do, and you know, just trying to make this a little bit more even. But I think it's pretty good. I've got to cut that little piece out right there, and that's going to be for where the seat belt goes. But I do have this thing all screwed in here. I just wanted to do a mock-up fit right now, trying to get the door and everything all in there. And you know, this fiberglass and stuff on here may not be perfect, so I may have to do a little trimming on that. But pretty happy with fitment of how this is all working in here. So I went ahead and on the back side here, I went ahead and marked where that back window is going to be. And once I get this all in here, I'll have a little bit of filling that I'll have to do in this gap going around, as you can see. But I got that all in there, and it's very solid. So I'm very happy with it so far. So I did have to make a couple little cuts up here to get all this to fit in there. Still got a little bit of grinding I'll have to do there, but I think it's going to work out pretty good. I did get the pieces of metal removed from here that were too high. So I've been doing some work on that, and I'm looking for the piece that goes up in there. Give me a moment, I'll be right back. I'm going to find that piece. So I did find that piece there. What I had in here before was a piece of metal. Let me see if I can grab the right one. Let's see here. I believe this was the one that I had. This is the one I had in there. So I had this in there, so I do have to do a little bit of cleanup where my weld was at. But as you can see, where I had that sitting before would not work because I want to try to keep it as close as I can, and this piece here has to go flat in there. So that was the reason for me removing this piece here. So what I'm going to do next is I will be taking and cutting longer that piece of metal, and I'm going to have to trim off a little bit of this to make it fit. But by doing that, this piece it won't go all the way in there right now because that corner piece is holding it in. But I think once I get that done, I think that's going to fit in there the way I'm wanting it to go. So very happy with that. I still got to weld that in, but I was waiting because I wanted to do another test fit here to make sure that that was going to work out well for me. So I've got the pieces cut, just have to get them welded in there. And I think once I get done, I'm going to try to put the other piece in the other side here. As you can see, I've only got half of it done. But I think I'm going to try to get that other piece in here and just see how it fits and lays in here. And I'm running out of screws, so I won't be able to screw it in as well as I did this piece here. So I'll probably have to stop at that. But very happy with it. That little piece right back here, I'm going to have to do a little bit of cutting and reshaping this because you can see it's sticks out just a little bit far, but I'll have to probably trim off, you know, maybe 1/2 inch, 3/4 of an inch here, and rebuild this portion right here. So it should be pretty easy to do. You can see the other pieces up here that I had to cut off, and that was for the window and stuff to go in there. If I can get this thing held up in here right. Those up. I'm kind of clumsy today. But anyhow, it goes up kind of like that. Anyhow, I'll get that figured out and I'll show you that later. Do have a little bit of work to do back here because you can see it kind of comes into the window. But then again, I don't know if this is exactly where that window goes for that cutout. So I may have to do a little reshaping on that one as well. Probably will be the same situation over here. But I do have to add a little bit more metal on both sides, right in this area here. So I'll be putting a piece of steel in through here and probably doing something around where the handle is there and getting that all tied in. So that's kind of my progress for today. Let me know what you guys think, and I'd love to hear any comments that you have. Also got 2 of these little portable cranes, so pretty nice. I was able to basically lift this whole thing up, and I did put some rollers on the bottom side on all 4 corners just to make it easier for me to move this thing around in my garage, because as you can imagine, it's starting to get a little bit heavy. So let me see what I can do if I can get that other piece in there, and I'll show you once I get on that. All right, so I got this other side in here about as good as I can. I did have a little issue with my fiberglass here, so I'll have to rebuild that section there, but that will be no big deal at all. I've got a little issue here on this side. If you look, you'll see that that's a little bit more narrow than right here. So I'm going to have to probably score it here and bend this in a little bit in order for the interior trim piece to fit on there. So See, it fits pretty good. Otherwise, I ran out of screws, so this is not all the way screwed in. And then you see I do have a little lip here on this whole thing. I do need to trim a little bit here for this to fit. The back is pretty good. And then the front, I've got a little bit of a small gap right there. But other than that, I'm pretty happy with it. The top piece right here, I've only got a couple screws holding that in. And as you see, I'm going to have a little bit of fiberglassing to do there as well, kind of like on the other side. So I did have to cut out a little piece here, and same over here, because this was hitting whenever I was trying to get it all in there. Another little piece there. But that shouldn't be a big deal. I should be able to fiberglass that right back in, and should be okay. So other than that, I'm pretty happy with fitment, and it's pretty strong. I can stand on it, jump on it. I'm 230 pounds, so it's holding me no problem. I am going to put bracing and stuff underneath this, and yeah, I still got a little bit more to do. I'll be taking these panels back out and taking them back out and doing a little bit more trimming. And then I'm going to be fiberglassing the frame to the outside of the monocoque here. And so then I'll put these panels back in and fiberglass all this up along through here in there as well. As you can see, I've got that piece sitting on there, so that's about where that's going to go. I do have my piece of metal sitting under there, so it does clear, the same as the other side here. So pretty happy with that. I feel like I'm getting somewhere with it. You'll notice that this flange over here looks like it's a little bit more of a flange than the other side. The reason being is because I still have to trim all of this flange. You can see the line right there. I still have to trim that off all the way around, so that should match the other side a lot better. But yeah, tell me what you guys think. This side lined up a little bit better, so I think I just must be off a little bit on my cut for this window, so I should be able to take care of that no problem. I did get the back marked on this other side as well, so I'll have to cut that out and do a little bit more work back there. But pretty happy with my progress here. I'm looking forward to hopefully getting back on this and continuing. I probably still got a little bit more before these interior panels are in here permanently. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it, guys. Let me know what you think. And yeah, so I appreciate everyone that watches my channel. And if you haven't subscribed, please do. And follow along, and we'll build this Lamborghini Aventador replica together. Again, thanks for watching.